Hi guys, my name is Kia. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to crochet this adorable sleeping Miffy plush. I also made another one to show that you can make it lie in like the opposite direction. And yeah, this is a super easy tutorial, beginner friendly, so let's get started. As for the yarn that I just used regular acrylic yarn with a weight of 4. Okay, first I'm going to start by making a magic ring. There are plenty of tutorials on how to do it out there, but how I do it is I just kind of wrap the yarn around my 3 fingers like this with like an X underneath this part under here, and then wrap it around, and then 2 lines at the back. My explanation is kind of wonky, but yeah. So, and then I go underneath, pull through, twist the hook, and then grab like this. So if you're like a really beginner, I recommend watching a magic ring tutorial that will be able to explain it better than I can. But yeah, so first you start off with a magic ring, and then you do 6 single crochets inside of the magic ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when you're done, you should be able to count your stitches: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's basically the first row. So then you grab the pulling string of the magic ring and then just cinch it closed. So this is our first row. Usually what I do to mark my rows is that I take a different colored piece of yarn. I'm just gonna use black so it's like super visible. And then I put it like at the start of the row so I can know, okay, like once I get back to the little black string, we're on to the next row. So that's for the first row, just 6 single crochets into the magic ring. And our next row is going to be 6 increases. So going into our stitch, we're going to do 2 single crochets in every stitch. Okay, so that's for 1 stitch. Second stitch, and then you just do 2 single crochets in each stitch. And at the end of the row, you can just count to see if you have like the right amount. You should be at 12 now. Okay, so that was for row 2. Then our next row is going to be 1 single crochet, 1 increase to bring our stitches up to 18. So just 1 single crochet and then 1 increase in the next stitch. And you just do 1 single crochet, 1 increase all the way around until you make it back to our black thread. Okay, so now we have finished, I think this is row 3. We finished that one, so I'm actually just gonna take out the black thread and move it up to where we're at now, just so it's like easier to see. And then for the next row, now we're going to do repeat rounds. I'm gonna do 1 single crochet in each stitch. There are 18 stitches, do 1 in each stitch, and that would be 1 row, so you do 4 rows. So just 4 rows all the way around. I completed the 4 rows, and now we're going to do our next row, which is going to be 1 single crochet and then 1 decrease. So I'm actually just gonna remove the little black thread and move it up again, just so it's easier to see. And for this row, we're going to do 1 single crochet first. So into our next stitch, we're going to just do 1 simple single crochet, and then next 2 stitches are going to be a decrease. So how I do my decreases are I pull the thread through the first stitch, and then I go into the second stitch and pull the thread through, and then I pull the thread through all 3 like that. So just 1 single crochet and then 1 decrease all the way around till we get back to right here. Okay, so I finished that row. I would honestly recommend putting the stuffing in before this point because the hole is quite small, but you can still stuff it at this point as well. So now I'm just gonna add some stuffing to the inside. Okay, so now I've stuffed it, and now I just have this little hole at the bottom, and basically all I do here is just keep decreasing until there aren't any more stitches left. And then once I do that last stitch, all I do is like pull the running yarn to give it some extra room, and then just cut it, and then I just pull it through like that so it won't come out. And then usually I just take a little crochet needle and like sew some of this extra string into it to like disguise it more, because usually what I do is just glue the pieces together. You can also sew them together if you'd like, but I just usually do it the lazy way and just glue them together. So I'm just gonna hide this string a bit more. So after that, the head is complete. We can set it aside to now start the body. So just like before, I start off by making my magic ring. Okay, so here's our magic ring, and to start off the body, our first row is going to be 6 single crochets into the magic ring. Okay, once I complete the stitches, I can pull the little string to tighten the center, and we have this little circle. So I'm going to do 6 increases to increase our stitches from 6 to 12. If you need the marker, you can obviously add the black string back. And to do the increases, going into our next stitch, all you have to do is put 2 single crochets in each stitch. So 1, and then go back into the same stitch, and then add a second one, and the same thing all the way around till you get back to the black string. And when you count the stitches all the way around, it should be 12. Okay, so that was for the second row, and then we're going to do repeat rounds now. So once you have the 12 stitches, you're going to do 4 rows around with the 12 stitches. So I'm just going to move my little marker up and then do 4 rows, 1 single crochet in each stitch, going all the way around. Okay, so I completed the 4 rows, I'm gonna replace the black string, and then for the next row we're gonna do 2 single crochets and then 1 decrease to, sorry, I don't know what I'm doing with my fingers, to reduce our stitches from 12 to 9. So 2 single crochets, and then on our 3rd stitch we're going to do a decrease. And then just do that all the way around until we get back to the black string. Okay, and now our final row for the body is going to be just 1 single crochet in each stitch for the 9 stitches. So just a normal row going around. And then this is gonna be it for the body, and then I'm gonna stuff it and then show you guys. Okay, so here's what like the head and body would look like. It looks kind of weird now, but you have to trust the process. Okay, now I'm going to do the tail. The rest of this pattern is really easy, you guys, so you should be able to speed through this. For the tail, I'm just going to make my magic ring again. Okay, so here's my magic ring, and I'm gonna put 3 single crochets into it. So 1, 2, 3, and then tighten the middle. And then for the tail, basically what I'm going to do is, you see how there are 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna do 2 rows, so I'm gonna do 1 row, 1, 2, 3, and then another row, 1, 2, 3. So 6 stitches total for the tail. Okay, here is the tail completed, and now we need the ears, the arms, and the legs. So I'm gonna start off with the ears. Super simple, you guys. First, I'm gonna make the magic ring like this, and then I'm going to put 6 single crochets into it for the ear. So here we have our 6 stitches, and then I'm gonna cinch the magic ring. And then basically for the ear, I just keep going around, repeat rounds until it's the length that I want. So there are 6 stitches, so I will just keep putting 1 single crochet in each stitch, and then just do that all the way around and just keep doing it round and round and round until it's the length that I want. Okay, so here are the ears. I might take off some. I know they're like uneven, but I usually like unravel a bit to like decide how long I want them. But yeah, those are the ears, and then I'm going to move on to doing the arms. So similarly to everything else, first I start by making a magic ring. Like so. And then I do 4 single crochets into this magic ring. And then I cinch the magic ring closed. So now I have this very small with 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches. So similarly to how I did with the ears, I just do 1 single crochet in each stitch and do a bunch of repeat rounds until it's the length that I want it. Simple as that. So I'm gonna do that off camera and then come back. Okay, so here are the arms. Again, I know they're not like the same length, but I usually like either pull out stitches or add depending on what I want, like when I'm assembling it. So these are the arms, and then finally the last couple pieces are the legs. Now the legs are made very similarly to the ears and arms. First, I'm gonna make my magic ring like so, and then I'm going to put 7 single crochets in the magic ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like this, and then cinch the magic ring. And just like for the ears and just like for the arms, I'm just gonna do 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around until it's my desired length, and obviously make 2 for 2 legs. Okay, I apologize for the messy background, but I pretty much glued on the face, which is just cut like strips of felt off camera. So basically this is like the finished result.
Tell me what you see in me. Gotta be